आरम्भं करोतु महोदय।
वक्रतुण्ड महाकाय सूर्यकोटि समप्रभ निर्विघ्नं कुरु मे देव सर्वकार्येषु सर्वदा। सरस्वती नमस्तुभ्यं वरदे कामरूपिणि विद्यारम्भं करिष्यामि सिद्धिर्भवतु मे सदा। ओम सहनाववतु सहनौ भुनक्तु सह वीर्यं करवावहै तेजस्विनावधीतमस्तु मा विद्विषावहै। ओम शांति शांति शांति।
धन्यवादः महोदय।
धन्यवाद।
अस्तु, वयम् एतावत्पर्यन्तं यावत् पठितवन्तः तस्मिन् विषये कोऽपि प्रश्नाः सन्ति वा?
महोदय
पृच्छतु महोदय।
वहीनना एकं वहीनना वनं दह्यते. There is a statement. The homework. What is वहीनना?
कोशमध्ये किम् अस्ति?
Actually, I just saw spoken Sanskrit. I couldn't get the meaning.
I have introduced.
Agni, I think Mahodaya it is.
Agni eva. I'm trying to get you to answer that. You have to look at kosha.sanskrit.today. I've introduced you to at least 2 different koshas also.
Okay,
learn that.
Okay.
Spoken Sanskrit is when we were in Satyam.
Okay.
So in every class, I will show you different koshas and different ways of using them. Start looking at kosha.sanskrit.today and ashtadhyayi.com.
Okay. Okay, Mahodaya. Dhanyawada.
Any questions about what we have studied? Any doubts? सन्देहः नास्ति चेत् अग्रे सरामः।
Mahodaya, Shamyakta. In the homework, I've seen some Kriya Padam, or I don't know, it ends with Taha. It is generally Dvitiya Vibhakti, not Vivachanam, right? Prathama Purushaha Dvivachanam, like, but some of them it is given like for example, Chatrena Pustakaraha Jitaha. So Chatrena means Ekavachanam, Chatrena. So Ekena Chatrena Pustakaraha Jitaha. So Jitaha is kind of what Kriya Padam.
Is it ta pratyaya Mahodaya?
Ta Jitaha.
Jitaha, then again next sentence of Kruta is there. So
some of the Kriya Padam I'm not able to understand. So
Jitaha, it is for this Jayati, like for the Ji Dhatu, it says ta pratyaya, Jitaha, and Kruta, it's again for Karoti, Kru Dhatu, ta pratyaya. That's what I saw in Ashtadhyayi. And Mahodaya, I mean, just continuing the same question. So the sentence is Chatrena Puraskaraha Jitaha. I mean, there's a blank before Chatrena. So is it like in passive form, this by a student prize was won? And the next sentence also, Mahilaya Puja Krita. So by a lady, puja was done. Is it like that?
Satyam. So that is called Karmani Prayoga. So far we have studied what is called Kartari Prayoga. Karta, karma, kriya. Karta is in prathama vibhakti, karma is in ditya vibhakti, and then kriya follows the karta. I didn't realize the homework had questions using karmani prayoga. Okay, that is fine. So kartari prayoga is what we call in English as active voice. The boy eats a banana, the girl studies the book, something like that, where the karta is important. We are talking about the karta. And just like in English, where we have a passive voice, in Sanskritam also there is something called karmani prayoga, where the action, the karma is important, not who does it. So there what happens is karta becomes tritiya vibhakti, karma goes in prathama vibhakti, and then kriya, they take many different forms. One is sa pratyaya, which is what we heard, jitaha, pathitaha, khaditaha, etc. Where it ends in saha. It is not a lakara. It is not in the 3x3 matrix that we draw for the 9 lakara forms. It is a namapadam. Just like we have a savatu pratyaya, that is a namapadam, but it indicates a kriyapadam. Kriya सूचयति परन्तु नामपदम् अस्ति. अतः नामपदम् अस्ति चेत् तस्य विभक्तिरूपाणि अपि सन्ति, लिङ्गभेदः अपि भवति. So balika jita, balakah jitah. So the boy, it was won by the boy or it was won by the girl. So that is the difference. And the pratyaya comes with karmani prayoga, and it indicates bhutakala. Just like savatu pratyaya indicates bhutakala, balakah pathitavan, balika pathitavati. It indicates a bhutakala action. Same way, ekta pratyaya also indicates some action that took place in the bhutakala. So balakah jitaha, balika jita. So it was won by the boy, it was won by the girl. Not it is being won, or it is won, or it will be won. Bhutakale abhavat. तस्य विषये वयं चर्चां कुर्मः. So balakah, he had won. So balakah jitah. Balakah balakena क्षम्यतां, not balakah jitah, balakena jitah, balikaya jita. So the karta becomes in tritiya vibhakti, and the kriya padam takes either a sa pratyaya or there are separate lakaras also, lakara forms that pathyate. So pathati will become pathyate, balakena pathyate, balikaya pathyate. So it was read by the boy, it was read by the girl. So pathyate is the lakara form. So if you want to, just like in normal whatever we studied so far, we can either use the lakara form or we can use the one of the pratyaya, balakah pathat apathat or balakah pathitavan. So apatat is a lakara, pathitavan is savatu pratyaya, but both of them indicate a kriya. Same way in karmani prayoga also we have a lakara form. So balakena pathyate, balikaya pathyate. So that is if you use the lakara form, or if you want to use the sa pratyaya, balakena pathitah, balikaya pathita.
So Mohdaya, sorry to interrupt. Then here even Vachana also then changes, is it?
Vachana matches the karma padas vachana. The vachana of kriya matches the vachana of the karma pada.
Like so it says Chatrena puraskaraha jitaha. So if one were to express this in bahuvachanam, like what if it is chatraihi? Chatraihi puraskaraha, then how would that be? Like jitaha, how would it change?
Jitaha.
Jitaha.
So it depends whether it is puraskaraha or puraskaraha. Many puraskaras or one puraskara. So the vachana of the kriya padam matches the vachana of the karma, not the karta.
So then puraskaraha is not the kartru padam here, is it then?
No, balakena only is the karta. Balaka is only the karta. It just happens that it takes on the trutiya vibhakti form. So even if you look at in English, the competition was won by the boy. By the boy is equivalent to trutiya vibhakti in Sanskritam as we have studied so far. By or with this trutiya vibhakti, right? Like that. So I'm sorry, I didn't realize this was a question in your homework. We should have introduced Karmani Prayoga first before giving this in your homework. There is a substantial amount of time that we have devoted in the future for Karmani Prayoga. There are a lot of rules and complications in Karmani Prayoga, so let us study that in the proper order. But this is, I hope, is a good enough introduction and helpful to answering your homework.
Sorry, just one more question in the same exercise, Mahodaya, that dahyate. So that is
the Karmani Lakara.
It says bhava karmanoho lat lakaraha atmane padam. Like dahati is in parasmai padam and the dhatu is daha. So dahyate. So bhava karmanoho means what, Mahodaya?
So Karmani Prayoga, it has Bhave Prayoga and Karmani Prayoga, where there is a Karma Padam or not. What it is saying is the Lakara takes the Atmani Padi form. So Dahati Parasmai Padi, Dahyate is the Atmani Padi. And the Lakara form for Karmani Prayoga is always in Atmani Padi, regardless of whether it's a Parasmaipadi or Atmanipadi in the Kartari form. So, where is this? Is this from the book, this homework that you're talking about?
It is that Vyavahara Pradipaha, Abhyasaha 256, page 547.
Okay, I will go through it. I thought I went through all the questions, but I'm sure looks like I missed a few of them. If you are able to answer these questions that are in Karmani Prayoga, answer them. If you are not able to answer it, don't worry about it. We will do plenty of Abhyasa using Karmani Prayoga.
I think Vahnina means Agni.
Vahni.
It is Agni.
Agni.
Vahni is Agni. Vahnina Trutiya Vibhakti.
Yeah.
By
So
Agni.
Trutiya Vibhakti means
Forest is turned into ashes by.
yeah, forest is fired by the
Correct.
fire.
Okay.
Mahodaya, in that exercise, what has happened is all the Sankhya Padani, when they are giving in Tritiya Vibhakti, they have automatically made it as Karmani Prayoga because it has to be like that. That is why all the Kriya Padams are given in Karmani Prayoga. Except that all the rest like Chaturthi, Panchami and all are normal. Only Tritiya, it has changed.
Okay, makes a lot of sense because in Karmani Prayoga, Kartrupadam will be in Trutiya Vibhakti. Okay, so if in that homework, if you notice any Trutiya Vibhakti related questions, it is Karmani Prayoga. So we will make it optional for you. If you are able to answer based on our brief description or our brief discussion, write it. If you cannot attempt it, don't worry about it. We'll make it optional. Dhanyavadah. Agre Sarama. Shall we proceed?
Yes, Mahodaya.
Karmani Prayoga is a very powerful concept in Sanskritam. It is a whole lot more rich, very rich compared to what we call as passive voice in English. That's one of the reasons, one of the many reasons why we say don't convert everything from Sanskritam into English, or don't stop thinking in English, because the richness of Sanskritam can only be understood and imbibed if you start thinking in Sanskritam. So yes, on the face of it, it is passive voice, but it is much, much rich. And once you learn Karmani Prayoga, you'll automatically think in Karmani Prayoga, and a lot of the sentence constructions become simpler. Astu. So can you all see my screen? Astu. So in the last class, we started looking at Sankhya-vachaka Shabdas as Vishesha Visheshana Bhavaha. So Eka is straightforward, Ekaha, Ekau, Ekaha, etc. Kshamyata. It exists only in Ekavachana form. So Ekaha, Ekam, Ekena, etc. Napumsakalinge, Ekam, Ekam, and then Tritiya to Saptami, it matches the Pumlinga. Strilinga, it follows like Sitashita, Eka, Ekam, etc. We did this Abhyasa, and then we looked at Dvivachana. So in Dvivachana, the Dvi Shabda, it exists only in Dvivachana, and in Pumlinga, all three lingas, Trutiya to Saptami, it's the same. Dvabhyam, 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 Dvayoho, Dvayoho. It's the same for all three lingas. And Pumlinga, the Prathama and Ditya forms are same, Dvau, Dvau. And the Strilinga and Napumsakalinga forms are the same, Dve, Dve in Prathama and Ditya. For three, again, Trutiya to Saptami is the same for Pumlinga and Napumsakalinga. Tribhihi, Tribhyaha, Tribhyaha, Trayanam, Trishu. Whereas the difference exists in Prathama and Ditya. In Pumlinga, it is Trayaha and Treen, and in Napumsakalinga, Treeni, Treen. And as always, in Napumsakalinga, the Prathama and Ditya forms are the same, Treeni, Treen. In Strilinga, Prathama and Ditya are the same, Tisraha, Tisraha. Trutiya is Tisrubhiti, Tisrubhyaha, Tisrubhyaha, Tisrunam, Trishu. So if you notice, apart from these patterns that I talked about, in Pumlinga and Napumsakalinga, it starts with tra, 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 different forms of the tra sound. In Strilinga, it starts with si, Tisraha, Tisraha, Tisrubhihi, Tisrubhihi. So that's an easy way to quickly make out whether it's a Strilinga versus Pumlinga or Napumsakalinga. So Strilinga starts with si. And as always, the pattern remains the same for Strilinga in Trutiya to Saptami. So Trutiya ends in Vihi, Chaturthi and Panchami ends in Bhyaha, Bhyaha, Shashti ends in Nam or Nam, depending on the Natvam rule, and Saptami ends in Tu or Shu. Chatur. So again, Trutiya to Saptami, the Pumlinga and Napumsakalinga forms are the same. Chaturbhihi, Chaturbhyaha, Chaturbhyaha, Chaturnam, Chaturshu. Prathama Vibhaktau, Chatvaraha, Ditya Vibhaktau, Chaturaha, Pumlinge, Napumsakalinge, Chatvari, Chatvari. Strilinge, just like Tisraha, Tisraha, it is Chatasraha, Chatasraha. And if you notice, in Strilinga, they all start with Chata, 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 Chata. Whereas for Napumsakalinga and Pumlinga, it is not just Chata, but some variation of Chata. So if you see Chata, it is a Strilinga form. And as we have seen with other vibhaktis in Strilinga, Tritiya again ends in Diti, Chaturthi and Panchami and in Yaha, Shashti ends in Nam or Anam, and Saptami ends in Tu or Shu. So we have seen all this. We started Abhyasa. So let us proceed. Harsha Mahoday. So I'll call out names. Each of you, please do 2 sentences.
Mahodaya, Shyamta.
Well.
Can you explain that Chaturaha once more? Like, if I have take Chaturaha Balakaha, then it becomes a Visheshana for Balaka.
So are we talking about a clever boy, or are we talking about 4 boys? That's the question, right?
Yes. So if I take it as clever, it is Chaturaha. Chaturaha Balakaha. If I'm taking it as numbers, can I say Chaturaha Balakaha?
You have to say Chaturaha Balakaha only. So if you look at it here, it's a Nitya Bahuvachana.
Is it not Balakan?
Shamyata, Balakan. That's it. Chatvaraha Balakaha or Chaturaha Balakan. So, Chaturthi, Shamyatam. The Chatur Shabda and the Tri Shabda, they are Nitya Bahuvachana. They are always in Bahuvachana only. They don't have Ekavachana and Dvivachana form. Same way, the Dvi exists in Dvivachana only. They don't have Eka or Bahuvachana form. And likewise, the Eka Shabda exists only in Ekavachana. There are no, there is an exception, and there are forms that exist in Dvivachana and Bahuvachana, but let's not talk about that. For all practical purposes, Eka exists only in Ekavachana. Dvi exists only in Dvivachanam. 3 onwards, they exist only in Bahuvachanam. So, Chatvaraha Balakaha, Chaturaha Balakan. So, if you see Chaturaha Balakaha, then it means it's a clever boy. Chaturaha Balakan means 2 4 boys. Aham Chaturaha Balakan Pashyami. Like that. First number.
धन्यवाद.
महोदय आरम्भं करोतु. हर्षा महोदय अस्ति वा? म्यूट् मध्ये अस्ति.
रिक्तस्थानानि पूरयत. एक ग्रामे 4 युवकाः आसन्. एकस्मिन् ग्रामे
we have to use the appropriate vibhakti forms for the numbers given in the bracket.
Numbers. Okay. Grame is Saptami vibhakti. So ekasmin grame. Yuvakaha is Prathama vibhakti. Chatvaraha yuvakaha asan.
Chatvaraha yuvakaha asan. Satyam.
Te I don't know, let me check.
First, try to understand what might
sentence,
be
right? Api vividha shastrani jananti sma.
Shastrani.
Vividha shastrani. Te Chatva. Te means te chatvaraha api vivid shastrani jananti sma.
Te chatvaraha api. All 4 know the different shastras.
Different shastras, right?
Dhanyavadah. Sundari Mahoday, next 2 sentences, please.
Yes. Teshu Chaturshu Yuvakeshu Ekam Yuvakam Vihaya Anye Yuvakaha 3 युवकाः त्रीन् युवकाः
Trina. What will be the vibhakti there?
युवकाः is sorry प्रथमा विभक्ति बहुवचनं त्रयः त्रयः युवकाः मूर्खाः आसन्
Arthaha kaha. What is the meaning? What is the meaning?
1 minute. Teshu among the four youth, one youth vihaya anye and three of them are harsh murkaha.
Yeah, murkaha, stupid. What about this one yuvaka? What is it saying?
One youth vihaya anye.
Vihaya is kim.
Vihaya.
Anybody else wants to try what this sentence is trying to say?
Except. Vihaya is except.
In the 4 boys.
Among those 4 boys, so we have to take into account the Teshu, those among those 4 boys, except for one, Ekam Yuvakam Vihaya, except for one boy. Vihaya means leaving alone, leaving aside, putting aside, keeping aside. Anye Yuvakaha, Anye Trayaha Murkaha, Yuvakaha Murkaha. Why Anye? We studied Anya in last class. Why are we using Anye and some other form?
Other.
Except one other 3 boys.
Except one boy.
Except one boy is fine. We are not talking about that one boy. Why are we?
Other than.
So here it is talking about those 3 other youths. So Anye, Anyaha, Anyau, Anye. That is why Anye.
Then Katachit, they, this is Vanamargena, Etena Vanamargena, Gachanti Sma.
Sorry to put you on the
Ekena Vanamargena, Gachanti Sma.
Ma'am, Mahodaya, there's too much of disturbances. Can you ask them to?
I'm addressing it. Kanchan Mahodaya, Krupya, mute madhye bhavati.
Kadachit, te ekena vanamargena gachanti sma.
Arthaha kaha?
Those went along the forest route.
Ekena Vanamargena. In one
one forest route they went.
Uttama, Uttama. Gayatri Mahodaya, etat karatu krupya.
Namaste Mahodaya. Tada ekasya vrittasya adha ekasya simhasya vritta shariram drishtavantaha.
Arthaha kaha?
Then on one tree, one inside, that's next to one tree.
Why inside, on, next to vrukshasya?
Next to adaha vrikshasya.
Vrukshasya ityukte kim? Ka vibhakti.
Of.
एकस्य
Next
वृक्षस्य
of. That's right.
next
Yeah,
next
ekasya vrikshasya
अधः अधः is below
below. Okay. Below of one tree.
or bottom of
Simhasya on the bottom of one tree. In the bottom of the one tree. One lion's dead body. They are one lion's dead body.
They saw the dead body of one lion. अस्तु
मृतं सिंहं दृष्ट्वा चतुर्षु युवकेषु एकः युवकः उक्तवान् मित्राणि.
Wait. What is the meaning of this?
After seeing the dead body of the lion, among the four young men, one man told,
उत्तमम्.
मित्राणि अस्माकं शास्त्रज्ञानस्य परीक्षणार्थम् उत्तमः अवसरः प्राप्तः.
अर्थः कः?
Friends, our we have the correct, right time to test our knowledge about in the Shastram.
उत्तमम्. We got the right opportunity to test our knowledge of whatever shastras we learned. उत्तमम्. धन्यवादः. हरप्रसाद महोदय एतत् करोतु कृपया, पठतु कृपया.
Yeah, before that, Mahodaya, is it possible for people to be silent? It's a lot of disturbance and I'm not in a position to hear well.
Okay, I think everybody is in mute, Mahodaya, except for whoever is talking.
No, the previous she was not on mute. Okay.
Astu Mahodaya, please remain on mute. Let's not beat the same point again and again. Let us start here, please.
But if they should follow it.
Mahodaya, let's proceed, please.
No, Mahodaya, I'm not. Continue, please.
Usha Mahodaya, etat patatu kripaya.
Vayam mantrashakti prayogena enam mritam simham sajivam karayamaha. Iti. We are using using the mantra shakti we'll give life to this dead lion.
We will make it alive.
We'll try to make it alive.
So here, enam, this is a new word we have not seen. It is similar to etam. So there are different, just like we saw tat and etat, there are other forms also that convey the same meaning. So here you can take it as etam. We will study enam in a future class.
Tat shrutva dvau yuvakau tasya vachanam angikritavantau. Here that two of the youths accepted his statement, what he said. Vachanam.
Uttamam. Dhanyavadah.
Do I continue?
Read up to here.
परन्तु बुद्धिमान् युवकः तेषां निर्णयं न अङ्गीकृतवान्. But the smart youth did not accept his statement.
अत्र विशेषणभावः अस्ति वा अस्मिन् वाक्ये?
तेषां निर्णयं.
तेषां
निर्णयं is his statement, isn't it? I'm just guessing.
So this is not विशेषणभावः. It has to match लिङ्गं वचनं विभक्ति.
तेषां निर्णयं.
No, this is not it. There is one more pair.
Oh.
Of
अस्तु बुद्धिमान् युवकः.
लिङ्गवचन विभक्ति किम् अस्ति अत्र?
प्रथमविभक्ति पुल्लिङ्ग. प्रथमविभक्ति वचन एकवचन.
बुद्धिमान् एतस्य प्रातिपदिकं किम्? बुद्धिमत्. उत्तमं, धन्यवादः. हेमन्ति महोदय, please do the next two sentences.
Okay. सः तान् त्रीन् अपि सुहृदः उक्तवान् भोः कृपया एनं.
Please wait. What does this mean? सः तान् त्रीन् अपि
सः तान् त्रीन् अपि सुहृदः उक्तवान्. So he said to Tan Trin, he said to those three, Suradaha Uktavan. So with, no, not with.
He told Suhrud, we haven't done this, but Suhrud means friend. Friend, Mitra.
Okay. So he told those three friends, Voho, Krupaya, Enam, Simham, Ma Jivayantu. Please don't bring this lion alive. Enam, Simham, Ma Jivayantu. Yeah. Yada सह प्राणान् धारयति तदा अस्मान् चतुर्णां अस्मान् that's द्वितीया अस्मान् चतुरः चतुरः अपि मारयति.
What is it?
So so yada when he comes live, or then to all four of us, I mean to four of us, he will kill, or he can kill. I guess that's marayati, not Rutlakaraha. So Anandayati tada asman taturahapi marati. He can kill.
He is going to kill.
Four. Oh, he's going to kill four of us. Ataha etam udyamam parityajantu iti. Therefore, quit this udyamam.
Dhanyavadah.
Yeah. I have one question. In second sentence,
Te api vividha shastrani. So there vividha shastrani. So shouldn't it be te chatvari?
So who is the number 4 referring to? Is it referring to Shastras or is it referring to those 4 youths, 4 boys?
Okay. I thought the vividha shastrani was highlighted, so I was just like, wait a minute, that's but te chatvara, yeah, if it's going to then te chatvara api.
I see why the confusion. So no, this shouldn't be highlighted. They should have been highlighted. Shamyata.
Oh no.
Astu. Shri Vidya Mahoday, next 2 sentences.
Parantu tri api murkaha. Tisraha murkaha. Trayaha murkaha. Trayaha murkaha tasya vachanam na shrutavantaha.
Ekakshanam. So tisraha, all the is Strilinga, and Pumlinga and Napumsakalinga starts with tra.
Parantu trayaha api murkhaha tasya vachanam na shrutavantaha. Even then, 3 of the harsh youth, did not hear his words.
Okay, so I think in Tamil murkhaha means harsh, but in Sanskritam it means foolish or stupid.
Foolish. Oh, okay. So,
is it harsh in Tamil?
Harsh or no.
No, Mahadaya. It's not. Even in Tamil, it is foolish.
only,
it is foolish.
Astu.
Foolish, yes.
Agresarat.
Simham jivayitum arabhanta. So he starts to give life to the lion.
They. Those 3 murkha.
Those 3 foolish.
धन्यवादः. रोहिणी महोदय कृपया एतत् करोतु.
तदा बुद्धिमान् युवकः समीपस्थम् एकं वृक्षम् आरुह्य उपविशवान्.
उत्तमम्. अर्थः कः?
Then the intelligent boy climbed the tree nearby.
Samipastham vruksham aruhya. What is aruhya mean? Ka pratyaya. Lep pratyaya. So what does it mean?
Having climbed the tree, he sat there.
Having climbed the tree, he sat down. Uttama.
Yes.
Anantaram.
Tadaha tesham. This is not clear, Mahodaya. You have to lift up the screen, I think.
Evam va? I don't know how to do it. Let's see. Can you see now or no?
Yeah, that's okay. Tesham
Yuvakanam. So this will be a Visheshanam.
The earlier mode.
Trayanam.
Trayanam, Yuvakanam.
Yuvakanam. Mantra prayogena. Sintaga pranan atarat.
Artah kaha.
तदः तेषां
Yuvakanam ityukte kim?
by the three youngsters.
What is the vibhakti? What is the vibhakti?
Vibhakti, Sashti vibhakti.
So te Trayanam, Yuvakanam, of the three youths.
By the three youth mantra prayogana, they gave back the life to the Sima. Is it that?
No. The lion took life. They gave life.
Adharat, yeah.
Adharat, what is Adharat mean?
Got. Is it that?
It got life. It got Satya. Do the last one also, please.
Okay. Nitaram bubukshitaha saha
Jhatiti.
Bubukshita saha jititi eva tan traya.
Atra Yuvakan tasya visheshanam. Yuvakan ka vibhakti.
Three
Yuvakan. Satya.
Three Yuvakan. Three api Yuvakan amarayat.
Uttamam. Jhatiti means quickly.
Quickly, yes. Jhatiti.
Bubhutsita ityukte?
What is Nitaram? I don't know Nitaram.
No. What is bubhukshita?
That's a hungry.
Hungry. Nitaram. Nitaram ityukte kim?
What is Nitaram, Magadya?
What is Nitaram? Anybody know?
Very hungry.
After sleeping for
That's after having slept for so long. Pachamaha. Let us look at the exact meaning. I know the sense of the word. This is a good opportunity for us to look at the kosha.
For long.
So kosha.sanskrit.today, for those that are not familiar, there is one more kosha. So we have been using learn sanskrit.cc. It used to be called something else, I don't remember. But this was good for Satyam level. So let us start using other koshas. A very good one is kosha.sanskrit.today. So if you don't know the meaning, atra type karo to it will give you the meaning. Nitaram is in a particular vibhakti, and it will also give you nitara, the pratipadika meaning, or it will give you sometimes it gives you the meaning in the appropriate vibhakti. Sometimes it doesn't. So you pick whatever makes sense, and then it gives you the entries from many dictionaries. Shabdasagara, Kepler, Yeats, ityadi. So the ones we generally prefer to use is Shabdasagara or अत्र नास्ति, but sometimes apte dictionary api asti. Apte is good, Shabdasagara is good, and Kalpadruma ekamapi asti, atra nasti. Those are the three good ones. So Nitaram, always, continually, and then it gives you at the end in the Shabdasagara book, Shabdasagara Kosha, it gives you a lot of information. I and D means indeclinable. Avyayam. If it was Punlinga, Strilinga, Napunsakalanga, it will say M, F, N, ityadi. And then it gives you the different meanings. And at the end, usually, there is one line that starts with E. E is etymology. Tasya, how is it derived? What is the root? How it is derived? So it says me and tarap. So there is a pratyaya called tarap, and they have added one more pratyaya called amu. So this is how the word nitaram has been derived. So it starts with me, then they add this, and then they add this. We don't need to know all of this at this point, but as we keep looking at this kosha and looking at the etymology, it gives us additional context, and it shows us how, if, for example, there is an upasarga that is used, it will tell you in some cases. And it's a good idea to learn about the different names of the pratyaya. As we have seen, Savatu and Tumun and Lyap, etc. Those are only 3 or 4 of the pratyayas we learned, but there are around 120 pratyayas in total. So it helps to at least get a sense for the different names. And as we proceed to more advanced concepts, we will learn what those different pratyayas mean. So in this case, Nitaram means always, continually.
Always. Ever continually.
स्पष्टं वा? अत्र प्रश्नाः सन्ति वा? अस्तु, धन्यवादः महोदय. अग्रे सरामः.
Mहोदय, regarding the dictionary which you were showing, like how to get in this Devanagari on Sanskrit, could you show one more time? Like,
there are many ways. I usually use Google input tools in this google.com/input-tools/try. I will send the links to all of these. Don't worry about writing it down. And here you can choose what language you want to type in, Sanskrit. And then I prefer to use the phonetic, the third option, because it lets me be very precise about what I want to type. So me, ni, sa, ta, ra, are, and then I have an option of either putting the anuswara or the makara. So if I type M, it will give makara. If I do shift M, it will put the anuswara. I don't know if you can see it.
Yes, I can see it now.
There is also, for the Chrome browser, Google Input Tools also has a extension or a plugin. Then what it will allow you to do is, without having to copy paste from that place, we can directly type in. But on my side, when I try it, it crashed my browser a few times. Maybe I have an old laptop, that's why. But you can also try installing the Chrome extension for Google Input Tools. Atrasti. On the web, install the Chrome extension. So try that. If you install that, what happens is you don't have to copy paste from one place to the other. If you put your cursor here, then you can directly type the Devanagari. अस्तु अन्ये प्रश्नाः सन्ति वा?
Yeah, how do you type danda? I'm not able to do that.
Dot space.
If you just put a dot, it just types it.
No, dot and space. You have to hit the
dot
space.
and space. Okay. Okay. And
It all depends on whether you are Mac or Windows.
Oh, evam va. I didn't know.
That was there. No, not on Google Input Tools, but even if you are in Windows, you can install other softwares.
That is true. That is true. There are other softwares. So Ramu Mahodaya, can you share those other softwares on our Signal group after the class?
Sure, sure.
धन्यवादः.
For Windows.
For
Windows. For Windows.
अस्तु.
Phonetically you can type.
अस्तु. अस्तु.
Bhanu Mahodaya.
वदतु महोदय.
So then the previous, so like kadachit, so that means once upon a time, is it? Or sometime?
I see that we
I'm trying to understand the context of the usage of the word. So.
कुत्र अस्ति कदाचित्?
Kadachit. Yeah, second line. Kadachit.
Kadachit, at some point in time. Kada means when, right? So kadachit at some point in time. So this is, there is a prayoga in Sanskrita called chit chana. Kadachit or kadachana. Maphaleshu kadachana in Bhagavad Gita. We study that, right? So whenever, kadapi, like in that sense.
And what is that? I mean, is it an avaya or what kind of word is it?
So they exist in Chitchana Prayoga, they exist in all vibhaktis, and they also follow the Vishesha Visheshana Bhava. We will study that topic in great detail. Sometimes it's hard to not make sentences using concepts we have not studied, but it's good because then you'll get introduced to them. So when we started the Vishesha Visheshana Bhava topic, the Anvay Rachana topic, we studied the Sapta Kakaras and we said there are different questions. One of the questions was Kati. Kati is how many. So yatra sankhya prichyate uttaram cha apekshate tatra kati shabdah prayuchyate. So wherever we want to ask how many, where we expect an answer in number and the answer is also given as a number, then we use kati. So why are we specifying this? So related or equivalent to kati, there is one more word called kiyat, which we will look at next. So what is an example? Kakshayam kati janaha santi. So in the class, how many people are there? Kati janaha santi. So the question is asking about the number of people in the class. So it is expecting an answer which is a number. Therefore, your samadhanam will also be a number. So 12, 36, whatever, 20, ityadi. So whenever you expect an answer to be a number and the answer is also given in a number, then you use kati. So atra jananam gananam kartum shaknumaha. So we are able to count the number of people in the class. So where we can do a count, where it is possible to do a ganana. Ganana means counting. Where counting is possible, then kati is used. And then Trishu Lingeshu Rupani Samanani Bhavanti. So in all three lingas, the forms are the same, and Kati is only used, it's always in Bahuvachana. So there is no equivalent of Kati in Ekavachana or Dvivachana, it's always in Bahuvachana. So then the obvious question comes, if the answer, if you know the answer and it is expected the answer is going to be in Ekavachana or Dvivachana, will you be still able to use Kati? So Angla Bhashayam Katam Bhavati, let us say there is one student in the class. How do we ask the question in English?
How many students?
How many students are there in the class?
How many students? Bahuvachana. If there are 4 students, we'll say how many students. Even if there is 1 student also, we will say how many students. So same way in Sanskritam also. Even if you know the answer is going to be in Ekavachana or Dvivachana, you use only Kati, and Kati happens to be in Bahuvachana. So Kakshayam Kati Janaha Santi Ekah Janaha Asti. So your reply will change based on how many people are there. Ekah Balakah Asti, Dvau Balakau Taha, Dasha Balakaha Santi. So there the vibhakti should match the number of people present. But your question, even if you know the answer to be 1, it has to be Kati and Santi, Bahuvachana. Bhavan Kati Phalani Khadati, Kati Phalani. So how many fruits? So even if I know that you ate only 1 fruit, 1 mango, I will ask Kati Phalani, Kati Amra Phalani Khadati. How many mangoes have you eaten? You don't say how many mango have you eaten, right? So same way in Sanskritam, Kati will be Bahuvachana. So Gruhe Kati Janaha Santi, Ekah Janaha Asti Chet, Ekah Asti, Ekah Janaha Asti. Dvau अस्ति स्तः चेत् अपि प्रश्न मध्ये कति जनाः एव पृच्छामः. So द्वौ स्तः अथवा त्रयः सन्ति. स्पष्टं वा? प्रश्नाः सन्ति वा अत्र? अस्तु. So what are the vibhakti rupani of the Kati Shabda? So one thing to remember, as we saw, Trishu Lingeshu Samana Rupam Bhavati. So in all 3 lingas, it is the same, and Nitya Bahuvachanam, always in Bahuvachanam. Kati, Kati, Katibihi, Katibhyaha, Katibhyaha, Katinam, Katishu. So the Trutya Vibhakti, Bihi, Chaturthi, Panchami, Bhyaha, Shashti, Nam or Nam, Saptami, Tu or Shu, those are the standard patterns that we have been seeing. So it is easy to remember. Katibihi, Katibhyaha, Katibhyaha, Katinam, Katishu. That is good. So the Prathama and Vibhakti is Kati. If you remember this, good enough. Prashnaः सन्ति वा? प्रश्नाः सन्ति वा अत्र? अस्तु, अभ्यासं कुर्मः. So त्रयः चमसाः सन्ति. This statement is given. We have to ask the appropriate Kati question. Kalpana Mahoday.
त्रयः चमसाः सन्ति. कति चमसाः सन्ति?
Why Kati?
Ekavachanam. Trayah is like Prathama Vibhakti.
Ekavachanam, Bahuvachanam.
Bahuvachanam. Trayah.
Prathama Vibhakti.
Prathama Vibhakti.
Kati.
Kati चमसाः.
उत्तमं. द्वितीयमपि करोतु कृपया.
बालकः 3 चमसान् आनयति. बालकः कति चमसान् आनयति? द्वितीया विभक्ति अस्ति. उत्तमम्.
धन्यवादः लक्ष्मी महोदय
धनिकः त्रिभिः चमसैः भोजनं करोति त्रिभिः त्रिभिः तृतीया विभक्ति अस्ति महोदय सो धनिकः कतिभिः चमसैः भोजनं करोति
उत्तमम् अनन्तरं
महिला त्रिभ्यः चमसेभ्यः 10 रूप्यकाणि यच्छति त्रिभ्यः चतुर्थी विभक्ति अस्ति तो महिला कतिभ्यः चमसेभ्यः 10 रूप्यकाणि यच्छति
अर्थः कः
महिला त्रिभ्यः will be with
चतुर्थी विभक्ति
चतुर्थी विभक्ति will be for sorry महिला त्रिभ्यः चमसेभ्यः 10 रूप्यकाणि यच्छति so for महिला त्रिभ्यः how many for how many out of 10 rupya out of 10 rupees how many chamasa will she get is that okay
no महिला त्रिभ्यः चमसेभ्यः अर्थः कः just त्रिभ्यः चमसेभ्यः
3 spoons
vibhakti you make sure
for Maharya tribhya will be sorry chaturthi will be for or 2
for the 3 spoons dasha yachati
got
yachati is dadati
gives okay so okay
dasha rutyakani dadati
so she gave 10 rupees for 3 spoons
gave na gives
gives vartamanaka
uttama so prashna repeat the prashna form using kati
mahila katibhyah चमसेभ्यः 10 रूप्यकाणि यच्छति
अर्थः कः
so how much no how many spoons did she get for 10 rupees
why are you changing the meaning katibhyah chamasebhyah what does that mean
katibhyah is for so for 10 rupees for how many spoons did she give 10 rupees does it go like
for how many spoons did she give 10 rupees
10 rupees okay astu mahodaya
ramu mahodaya रामु महोदय अस्ति वा
1 minute जलकारे त्रिभ्यः चमसेभ्यः जलं निस्सरति कतिभ्यः जलकारे त्रिभ्यः कतिभ्यः जलकारे चमसेभ्यः जलं निस्सरति
what is the meaning of this
जलकारे means
no not jalakare na jalakare
oh jalakare the fountain
no satyam What is the meaning of the sentence? Vakya.
How many spoons?
Tribhyah, chamasebhyah meaning?
Spoons.
No,
Spoons.
vibhakti also. You have to use the
Okay.
vibhakti.
Okay. With how many spoons?
With meaning, it will be in Trutiya vibhakti, Tribhihi.
Okay.
Chamasebhyah. What are the possible vibhakti forms?
It is Chaturthi or Panchami.
Chaturthi or Panchami. So, for or from.
From.
So, Tribhyah chamasebhyah. What does that mean?
Three from 3 spoons.
Uttamam. Jalam nistarati.
Nistarati means flows.
Flow.
Okay.
So, vakyasya arthah kaha?
Water flows from 3 spoons.
In the fountain.
In the fountain.
I don't understand the meaning of this other than what he just said. Okay, fine. So, if you ask a Kati question, what will it be?
Kati question means Kebhyah Chamasebhyah.
No, Kati question.
Kadibhyah.
Katibhyah chamasebhyah.
Kadibhyah Chamasebhyah.
Jalakare katibhyah chamasebhyah jalam nistarati. Dhanyavadah. Prashant Mahodaya. Vadatu.
Maybe it is a what you call through fountain heads.
Fountain prayaha. Chamasa. I don't know why they are calling it chamasa, but
I don't know. Maybe spoons, fountain heads.
Let us take it as fountain head in this udaharanam. So
no. From how many fountain heads the water is flowing down?
Satya. So in this context, let us take chamasa as fountain head. Satya. Dhanyavadah. Prashant Mahodaya.
Trayanam chamsanam varnah shuklah.
Arthah kaha?
Katinam
What is the meaning?
it
What
is
is
like how many spoons, like 3 spoons, they have the color shuklah. Is it
white?
White.
White.
Okay.
So what is the meaning of this sentence?
This is like 3 spoons have white color.
The color of the 3 spoons is white. So Kati, how do you ask using Kati question?
Katinam chamsanam varnah shuklah.
Chamasanam. Atra halanta nasti. Chamasanam.
Chamsanam.
No, chamasanam. Not chamsanam. Chamasanam.
Chamasanam.
If there is a halanta, then you will say chamsanam. Parantu halanta nasti. Hindi bhashayam chamsanam probably is correct. Samskrite tu halanta nasti chet sampurnam vaktavya. You have to say the full matra. You have to use the full matra, not half matra. Astu. Dhanyavadah.
Dhanyavadah.
Sumitra Mahodaya.
Trishu chamaseshu annam asti. The food is in 3 spoons. So the question will be Katishu annam asti.
Bhanuwada, this one, fifth one, the Panchmi, where we use, it's not very clear. Like at least to me, it's not very clear.
So this one, the fountain one.
Yes, yes, sir. Like what does it mean? Nisarati, is it flowing or?
Nisarati, flows. So I don't know why Chamasedhyaha is used. So let us take it as a fountainhead. So in the fountain, from 4 fountainheads, from 3 fountainheads, water flows.
Okay. Okay. Dhanyavad.
Mahodaya, I have a question. So Annam is Bhagavachanam only, or how it is? Like we should have it as in Santi, right? When we are asked.
No. Why Santi? Annam.
No, like because three shoe is 3 spoons. It doesn't. I don't know.
I see. It is usually used in Ekavachana. Phalani, Ritu Chamaseshu Phalani Santi. If you are talking about fruits, then yes. Or Rotikaha Santi, yes, that is fine. But Annam generally is used as Ekavachana.
But the question generally we ask it in Santi, right? When you are using as Kati, then Santi should come, right?
Kati Chamaseshu Annam Santi. Satya. Remember, we said here, Gruhe Kati Janaha Santi. The question will be in Santi. Answer could be in Asti Saha or Santi. So Annam Asti, Parantu Kati Chamaseshu Santi. In how many spoons? There the Kati Katinam Katishu applies to Chamaseshu. In how many? First time,
So it will be like Katishus Annam. Sorry, Katishu Samaseshu Annam Santi.
Asti only.
Asti only. Dhanyavad.
Katishu Chamaseshu cannot be karta. So it is not, asti is okay. It is with respect to Annam only. No, Mahodaya?
With respect to Annam. We are talking about Annam Asti.
Asti. Dhanyavad.
Mahodaya, there's sorry, Mahodaya. Chamasa also means a wire, a kambi. That's what they say, meaning. So maybe that fountain head would be the right thing.
Praya. Yeah. Vijay Meenan Mahodaya, you were saying something? You had a doubt?
I was also asking, question should be Santi, right? Katishu means any Kati should be Santi, question.
Katishu Chamaseshu Annam. So I see why the confusion is. Let's look at it. Atra Kati Janaha Santi. So what is the karta here?
Janaha.
So Santi, the Kriya Padam will follow, the Vachana of the Kriya Padam will follow the Vachana of the Kartru Padam. Atra Annam Asti. Atra Karta Kaha? Annam. So here the Kati applies to the Chamaseshu, not to Annam. Here in the previous example, here Kati applies to Janaha.
Okay.
That is why it is in Prathama Vibhakti. Here,
if there had been, okay, Kati is to Chamaseshu, but if it is Chamasa or Chamasaha, so can we ask Kati Chamasaha Santi?
So that is a good question. No, you have to use Kati Chamaseshu only. This Asti is following Annam, not Chamasa. The Kati question applies to Chamasa. So it has to be in Bahuvachanam Kati only. kati chamaseshu annamasti, ekasmin chamase annamasti. In one spoon only annam exists. The question will still be kati chamaseshu annamasti. If the answer is in one spoon the annam exists, then your reply will be in ekavachana. Ekasmin chamase annam asti.
Yeah, so it is kati shu, not kati chamaseshu.
Kati shu. Okay, Shamita, if I said kati, no, kati shu.
Got it.
अस्तु, अन्ये प्रश्नाः सन्ति वा? I hope that is clear. Okay, let us look at kiyat. Kiyat is easy. It is the corresponding form of question for kati. So kati is, can you all see my screen?
Yes, Mahoday.
Kati is used for when we know the count, and kiyat is when we don't know the count, but we want to know something, a measure of something. So that is when we use kiyat. So yatra parimanam pruchyate. So if we are asking the measure, so what is an example? What is the depth of this river? What is the how tall is the mountain, like that. So when we ask about a measure, so udaharanam patre kiyat jalamasti. We cannot say kati jalamasti. We don't know, or we cannot say how many water are in the patra. So how much? So how many is kati? How much is here? So patre nyunam jalamasti. There is a little water in the patra. So atra jalam. So we cannot count the water. So where you cannot count but can only measure. So that is the difference. Where you can count kati, where you can measure. It is different for all the three lingas, and the kati form exists in all vasanas, unlike kati. So kiyat shabda is different for different lingas and different for different vasanas. That is the other difference. So how much? When you want to measure something, kiyat. When you want to count something, kati. So what are the various forms of kiyat? So as I said, it exists in all three lingas and all three vasanas. So in Pumlinga, kiyan, kiyantau, kiyantaha, kiyantam, kiyantau, kiyataha, kiyata, kiyadhyam, kiyadbhihi, kiyate, kiyadhyam, kiyadhyaha, kiyataha, kiyadhyam, kiyadhyaha, kiyataha, kiyatoho, kiyatam, kiyati, kiyatoho, kiyati. Does this remind you of any other form that we have studied?
Mahat.
Or bhavan. Bhavat shabda. Mahan, mahan.
Mahanta.
Mahantau, right? So it is not like mahat. It is like bhavat.
Buddhiman.
Buddhiman, buddhimantau, buddhimantaha. Or bhavat, it is easier. Bhavan, bhavantau, bhavantaha. Bhavantam, bhavantau, bhavataha. So the Dvitiya Bahuvachanam is the same as Panchami and Shashti Ekavachanam. kiyataha, kiyataha. And Dvivachanam, Prathama and Dvitiya are the same, kiyantau. And Tritiya to Panchami, it is bhyam, 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 as always. And Shashti, Saptami is toho, oho, toho, toho. Bahuvachanam in Tritiya ends in Vihi, Chaturthi and Panchami ends in Vyaha, Shashti ends in Am, Nam, Nam, etc. Saptami ends in Su or Shu. So all these patterns remain the same. And Tritiya, Bhavata, we saw this before, Bhavata, Chaturthi, Bhavate, so Kiyate, Panchami, Shashti, Kiyataha, Kiyataha, same as Dvitiya, Bahuvachanam, and Saptami, like Bhavati, it is Kiyati.
Bhanu Mahodaya,
Vadat Mahodaya.
Chaturthi and Panchami, Bahuvachanam, is it Kiyat? I mean, it's Byaha, is it? I mean, Kiyat Baha, it says. So it's Kiyat Byaha or Baha?
Kiyat Byaha, typo. I will fix it. Kiyat Byaha, not Baha, Byaha, typo. Actually, that's a good segue into one other thing I want to show you. So if you have such a doubt yourself, let us look at one more kosha. Can you all see my screen? No.
Not it.
Now, can you see my screen?
Yes, yes.
Yes,
So, there is one more kosha called Sanskrit Abhyas.in. So, if you go here, you can look at the Nama Padani. This gives you the Vibhakti form, Kriya Padani, Vakara form, Krudanta Rupani, and Sadhisaranta Rupani. We will see next time. So we want to know the Vibhakti form of the Kiyat. So the slide says Baha. So is it Baha or Yaha? So if you put the Pratipadikam here and search for it, it will say how many lingas it exists. So it exists in Pumlinga and Napumsakalinga. So let us look at, since we were looking at Pumlinga, so Kiyad Bhyaha, Kiyad Bhyaha. So this is a good resource for looking at the Vibhakti forms of different words. Are you all familiar with this kosha?
I've seen it, but not used much.
From the beginning.
Yes. So this is a good resource. So Nama Padani. So it will give you the different Vibhakti forms. And if you want to know the different Lakara forms, go to in this Rupani and select Kriya Padam. So we saw one. So let's take a simple Pat Dhatu. If we take Pat Dhatu and type the Dhatu name, it will give the different Lakara. Kartari Prayoga, Pathati, Pathataha, Pathanti, Pathasi, Pathataha, ityadi. So this will give you that. For Lakaras, I actually prefer ashtadhyayi.com. So if you go to ashtadhyayi.com, it will give you, it used to be only for dhatus and lakaras, but now they have expanded it significantly. So the things of interest for us are dhatu pataha and koshanvesha. So koshanvesha will give you the meaning of the various words, just like we saw with kosha.sanskrit today. So that is this is another resource for looking at the nama padas and their meaning. And if you want to use understand the lakaras, click on dhatu pathaka and then type the dhatu, pat dhatu, and it will give you the dhatu, and then it will give you the meaning to learn, to read, to study, ityadi. And it will also give you whether it is parasmaipadi, atmanepadi, or ubhayapadi. In this case, there is only one entry, but there are other cases. For example, da dhatu. If you type the da dhatu, it will give you many more options, not just one. So how do you know which to pick? So based on the meaning. So normally the form of the meaning of da we have studied is to give. So this is what we pick. Another advantage of this kosha is if you don't know the dhatu, you can still know the different lakara forms. So for example, I encountered a word called dadati, and I don't know what it is, but I know it is a kriya padam. So, but I don't know it's dhatu. So if I type in the lakara form, then also it will pick it up. So it says the dhatu is the, and it is to give, ityadi, and it is in kartari lat lakara. So let me go look for it, and it will helpfully highlight it for us. So dadati is lat lakara parasmaipadi. So prathama purusha, second line will be madhyama purusha, third line will be uttama purusha, just like always. So it's a lat lakara prathama purusha ekavachana dadati. So he gives, she gives, ityadi. And it will list out the other lakaras also. So lat lakara asti, lut lakara dasyati, lot lakara dattat, dadani, ityadi. So between sanskritabhyas.in, ashtadhyayi.com and kosha.sanskrit.today, between these three, given any word, you should be able to find lots of information. I will send out the links to all three after this class. Hopefully this was helpful.
Ashtadhyayi, you can type the meaning and also you get the roots and everything. English, you can type. You type this, for example, give, it will give to the.
Oh, I didn't know that.
You can type in English also. Go. Then it will tell gum. It will give gum.
So if I say give, oh, to give. So here it is a little more challenging because give can mean.
But if you don't know the type, if you are not able to type directly Sanskrit there.
This is okay. This is a good option to know.
And now it is giving kritandas also.
So that is a good point. Let us look at that. I know time is up. Give me 2 more minutes and we'll wind up the class. That's a good point you mentioned. So path dhatu. So the lakara forms we have studied pathati, patatah, pathanti. As Ramu Mahodaya pointed out.
Top. Kritanda, Dijanda, Kritanda.
I know. Yeah, my laptop is very old and it is slow.
Okay.
So
in the top only.
I know,
Mahodaya.
I'm getting there.
Okay, I'm just telling.
I know. So these are all the lakara forms, and there is something called in this. There is a option called Krudanta. So if you click on Krudanta, it will give you the different pratyayas that we have studied so far. So Tavatu, for example, Pathitavan, Pathitavati, you can know that. Tva form, Pathitva, Lyap, Prapatya. And today we had a brief discussion about the Ta pratyaya, Pathitaha, Pathita. So Pathitaha, Pullinga, Pathita, Strilinga. And later on, Pathitum, we studied Tumun pratyaya also, Pathitum. And later on this year, we will study Aniyar pratyaya and Savyat pratyaya. Aniyar is and Savya just means must be done. Pathaniyaha, must be studied. Savya also means the same. Pathitavyaha, must be studied. Pustakaha Pathitavyaha, Pustakaha Pathaniyaha. The book must be read. So you'll find the different Krudanta forms. So Krudanta basically means the Kriya Pada taking the form of a Nama Pada. Right? So Akarot or Krutavan. So Akarot is a Lakara form, it's a proper Kriya Pada, but we have also studied Krutavan, Krutavati, Kartum. So these are all the Nama Pada forms of the Dhatu. So Karoti, Kurutaha, Kurvanti, those are the Lakara forms. But as we have seen, they have the Nama Pada forms also. Kartum, Krutavan, Krutavati, etc. So those Nama Pada forms of Dhatu is called Krudanta. So that Tumun Pratyaya, Tavatu Pratyaya, Lyap Pratyaya, Swa Pratyaya, they all form under the umbrella of Krudanta. That is the name for that collection of Kriya Padas that take the Nama Pada form. And so they will have their own Vibhaktis and Vachanas and everything that is a typical Nama Pada we have. Astu, Kshamyatam, I have gone over the time limit. Prashnaha santi va? Astu, aham recording.
Can you write like koshasanskrit.com, kosha.sanskrit.today? Sanskrit Abhyasa, how do you write it? Like Sanskrit, okay, then Abhyasa. Like, could you write those names? Once you finish the class, then you could write.
I will do that.
Mahodaya, in that you showed for that Padatu and for Lyap, it is given as Prapatya. So it is pra is Upasarga, right? There?
Pra is the Upasarga. Putrasti, Atrasti.
They have shown it for pra, right?
They have shown it for pra, but the same Patya.
Patya is the.
Patya form will apply for any Upasarga. Abhipatya, whatever, Nipatya, if there is such a word. Sampatya, whatever Upasarga you can think of. Astu, if there are other questions, I'll stay back after the class for a few minutes. Harsha Mahodaya, Mangala Shlokam Karoti Kripaya.
Om Purnamadah Purnamidam Purnat Purnamudachyate Purnasya Purnamadaya Purnamevavashishyate. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Hari Om Namo Gurubhe Namaha. Dhanyavada Mahodaya.
Dhanyawad Mahodaya.
Dhanyavada Mahodaya.